Basics. Cryptonomics.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all are in the right place. Good job for being here. Good job for showing up.
Yes, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to get all of this knowledge. And we hope that you get something out of this Zoom call. All the early birds getting the worms today. Peace, peace, family. Where are you guys tuning in from today? You guys drop it in the chat. Let's see where we coming from. California, New York, where we coming from, y'all? Peace, peace. We got Cali in the house. We got New York in the house. North Carolina in the house. All right. Georgia, all right. Atlanta, Texas, Austin. That's what's up.
I'm here in Texas with y'all. Here in Texas. We do want to thank y'all for showing up because y'all in here early is good because we had over 112 people who registered for this. Now there's only 100 seats in this Zoom call. So in the future, we may have to expand it, but we'll see how many people are actually going to follow through and show up. So make sure if y'all know friends or family who signed up for this, make sure you're making sure they get the link as well to get into this class. And keep in mind, it is going to be recorded. So if y'all missed something, y'all want to go over something again, don't worry. We have this recorded and it's going to be available for y'all to watch again and again.
Any of my Discord members in the chat? We're trying to see who showed up today.
Here we go. I think Spiritual X Crypto's with you.
Yeah, that's the brother right there. Peace, family. All right. Rich, Rael. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. All my Discord members should be tapped in for sure. All right. Troy Martinez. We in this thing.
I want to see how many people have ever actually purchased an NFT before. If y'all have purchased an NFT, put a 7 in the chat. Put the number 7 in the chat if you have purchased or sold an NFT before. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Okay, nice, nice.
Okay.
Toy Lanes, we'll count him. That one was a little bit different, but yes, it counts, Troy. All right, good. And for those who haven't, don't worry. We're going to make it real simple for y'all. We're going to make it real simple for y'all. Because the good thing is the actual creation process is on the easier side for NFTs. The harder part is marketing it and making sure people are familiar with how to go through the purchase process and see the value in it. But we're going to get into all of that. So we'll start. Well, we got about 26 people in here. We'll see how many more come and we'll be adding them as well. But let's get into this introduction to NFT with myself, Jared T. Ross, and of course, artist Gemini. So a little bit about me. I'm a metaverse consultant, which means I help people navigate, build, and profit in the world of cryptocurrency, virtual reality, and all that technology that wraps into the metaverse. Now I'll pass it over to Gemini to introduce herself.
So I'm artist Gemini. For those who don't know, I'm a recording artist who specializes in musical NFTs, and I assist with setting up your art onto the Ethereum marketplaces. I help you market those, and I also help you create the NFT social media accounts to grow your following.
So we just want to start by going over a broad ranging understanding of what NFTs are, because it can get pretty confusing when you see people talking about them all the time. So an NFT stands for non-fungible token. And non-fungible tokens are uniquely identifiable digital assets that are linked to the blockchain, meaning their ownership can be proven and verified when other people are looking at it. Because a lot of people will say, oh, I can just take a picture of this NFT. I just take a screenshot of it. And that's true. And you can look at it, but you can never prove that you actually have ownership of that. You can't go and then legally sell that picture because you don't actually own it. But with NFTs, it's a different game. You can own these digital assets. So a lot of times these digital assets or NFTs often take the form of a photo, a GIF, a video, or even audio. Well, these are often just pieces of art. You can do a lot more than just art-based NFT, which I'll show you some examples of in a little bit. On the right-hand side here, we can see an image of an NFT that I have myself. So there is this project called the Mona Lisas. There's about 5,000 created, and I happen to grab one. And so mine out of 5,000 is the 171st rarest one, which I think is pretty good. And I purchased this mainly because of the potential resale value. And out of the ones that I was looking at, I actually like the way this one looked. But let's move forward. So these are some starter materials that you need to make sure that you're able to interact and engage in the world of NFTs. Number one is you're going to need a cryptocurrency wallet if you don't already have one. MetaMask is a very beginner-friendly one that I recommend, especially for interacting in the world of NFTs. There are a handful of others, but unless you have a particular preference to one, I say just stick with MetaMask, make it really, really simple for yourself. Something to note, if this is your first time setting up a cryptocurrency wallet, during the process, given what's called a seed phrase. A seed phrase, a secret phrase, or a recovery phrase. They all mean the same thing. And typically, they're a series of random words, a series of 12 random words usually, that you need to write down and store in a safe place and never share with anybody. Because if somebody gets a hold of your seed phrase, they can have access to your cryptocurrency wallet and they can take whatever they want from it. And if you lose it, you're going to have a hard time recovering any digital assets that you have inside of that wallet. So make sure during that setup process, you write down your seed phrase and you protect it with your life. Now, we also have some NFT marketplaces, and this is where you can buy, sell, and trade NFTs. Now, there's tons of them. These aren't the only two by any means, but they are two of the most user-friendly and most popular ones. So we have Rarible, which is mostly art-focused, but you can easily mint your NFTs on there that are art-based or non-art-based. Then we have OpenSea, which is like Rarible and also very user-friendly, which is just another option for you. So big question people have is, are NFTs only for artists? And as I mentioned earlier, the answer is absolutely no. Any line of business, any product or service can be integrated into NFTs. Anything. So even consultations, for example, I offer one-on-one NFT consultations. I can offer that through an NFT. All I need is some type of digital representation of that consultation, and I can turn that into an NFT. So let's talk a little bit about why people buy NFTs in the first place. Because, like I said earlier, people often will complain that they can just take a screenshot of something. But there are a lot of different factors that may influence someone to want to purchase an NFT. One of them is rarity or scarcity. If any of you have ever gotten into trading cards when you were younger, or even if you do them now, you understand that certain cards are more rare and therefore more valuable than others. So to be honest with you, sometimes people just make up value that they see for these NFTs and they want them because they're so rare. And another reason is just the visual appeal. So some things might actually just be aesthetic. They might just like how it looks and think it's worth the price, which is a lot of what happens in the regular art world. People will see these pieces of art and they'll say, hey, this will look nice in my house. I want it. So that's another reason people may buy NFTs. And number three is the expected future value. For example, that Mona Lisa that I showed you earlier, that was a combination of visual appeal, expected future value, and the rarity and scarcity of it. So the expected future value was the key thing for me to purchase that NFT, because I'm expecting it to be worth more in the coming months and coming years, so that I'll be able to resell it and capitalize off of my initial purchase. Profit. Then we have unlockable content. Now, for a lot of people, unlockable content is going to be the key. We need to have some level of unlockable content to sweeten the deal for people. And we'll talk a little bit about unlockable content and why it's so valuable to have. Because once someone purchases the NFT, they have that visual representation of whatever it is, and they have that inside of their wallet now. But what if you wanted to show behind the scenes of creating that NFT? You can use the unlockable content, which is something that only those NFT purchasers will be able to access. And they have this exclusive access to whatever you put inside the unlockable content. It could be a link to a Google Drive folder that gives them some additional media. It could be a link to a website. It could be an email to contact. But inside this unlockable content, you can sweeten the deal and provide more value than just a visual representation. Since if I was going to offer consultations, I would probably put an email address in the unlockable content, and I would put instructions. I would say email consultations@jaredtross.com, for example. And then people can email me there, proof of their purchase of the NFT. And from there, I would go through the process of setting them up for a consultation. Another thing, access. When you look at someone like Gary Vee, when he launched his V Friends project, one of the value propositions for buying his NFTs is access to him. You can go on a FaceTime call with him. You can go to a basketball game with him, depending on what NFT you've purchased. So access is another big value add that you can offer to people who want to buy your NFTs. And then experiences. You can offer experiences which tie into access. But I think Tom Brady, he offers in-person experiences for people who have bought certain versions of his NFTs. So you can go on these personal experiences, whether it's going to a game and sitting near the field. You have this to add this value to your NFT. But ultimately, it's always best practice to add additional, beyond just what the visual representation is, to add additional value to it. And it's up to you to make sure that happens. And here I want to pass it over to Gemini to talk a little bit more about herself and some of the NFTs that she has been working on.
So what you guys see before you is a project that I'm currently releasing. I believe I started releasing these in June. My first one, I released that June the 19th. Every single NFT that I release, I've created digitally by myself. And I've actually used my music as an incentive to kind of engage my followers. So say if you purchase my actual NFT, you get unlockable content that then you can also get a downloaded version of any type of single that I've released within that NFT. So creating art is a passion of mine. I've always loved to edit pictures for a long time. I've always been in like artsy high schools. I went to performing arts school. So this is something that I am passionate about, you know. A lot of people weren't into like the edited photos and, you know, everybody just wanted the same, you know, we outside at the beach, you know, just the basic, we're taking photos. I always, you know, put sparkles, colors, lights, cameras, the action. I always just did too much on my pictures, quote unquote, as they would say. But in my eyes, I was creating something that gave me, you know, a feeling behind it. I like pictures that stand out. I like creating things that have meaning to me. And then if somebody sees it, I will ask them to decode, you know, so that's how I think when I create any type of art. I am not an artist. You have artists that can draw. You have painters that can paint. I am neither or. So what I specifically do is I take regular pictures outside or wherever I'm at, and I you know how they do tricked out cars? I just trick out my pictures. Basically, that's exactly what I do. And I'm doing all of this on my phone. So if you think that you need a super duper tricked out computer, you don't. All you need is a cell phone and a Wi-Fi connection and creativity. Creativity is the number one thing when you are trying to become, or if you are a creator of art in the art space, right? Creativity is the number one thing that you need, okay? So I decided to sell my digital art and designs and add my music as an incentive because they go hand in hand. So the first drop, I dropped my single Money, and then the second drop, I dropped my single New Money. And then the third drop, I'm actually releasing tomorrow, August 19th at 4:44 p.m. And that's going to be called Cosmic Ascension. So this is considered an NFT EP series, volume 1. And I'm only selling this. I decided to only sell this on Rarible since I started on Rarible. And something to note about Rarible, if you create art on Rarible and you sell it and it sells, you will also get the governance token that Rarible offers you. So right now I probably have like, I'm supposed to claim my Rari tokens. Right now I can claim some Rari tokens that they have supplied for me for being a creator and being able to sell on their platform. Not only that, I have become verified by taking the necessary steps that they ask you to become verified so that I can stand out within that marketplace, right? We're gonna go on to the next slide, okay? So a lot of people, well, not, okay, a lot of musicians, artists, rappers, singers, I feel as if a lot of them are no longer wanting to sign to a label because they see, you know, the restrictions and they see the veterans in the game that are having these type of, you know, delays and dysfunctions within that company and the ownerships and the masters of their art pieces and the music and, you know, all that comes with that. And so what we need to understand about the blockchain is that we now have access to create our own labels ourselves. You're able to create a smart contract. So a smart contract can include which percentage of the revenue goes to each member of the band. This is an example, the music label, the manager, etc., and pay artists immediately. Blockchain music has a huge potential to drive hardly needed revenue to artists, especially to independent artists. How many independent artists do we have right now on this Zoom call right now? So drop a 1 in the chat if you are an artist and you're independent. It might not be any. I know that I am one. And I know that, okay, we got some ones in the chat. So this is for you guys. So if you wanted to write up a contract yourself and smart contract that onto the blockchain, you can do that. So never think that you need a label now in 2021 to become financially stable as an artist. All of your revenue will go to you. So right now I'm going to do a live demonstration of an art-based NFT that I'm going to create in front of you guys. Now, the second NFT drop that I showed you guys, I'm basically going to start from scratch of how I made that piece. And I just want you guys to see how I made it on my phone in real time so you guys can get an understanding of exactly the process of how this can work for you as well. So let me do my little screen share. How do I screen share, chat?
Should be at the bottom. You should see an option to hit share screen.
Screen, there we go. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Yep, we see it.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is there are several apps on the phone that allows you to edit pictures. There's millions and trillions of them. It's which one that you want and which one best suits what your idea is, right? So I like this cool app. It's called Vouchy. So I'm going to pull this up. You can download this if you have an Android or an iPhone. No thanks. If you want the updated version and all the edits that comes with this app, make sure that you pay that $3.99 weekly that they want you to pay. I have no problem paying it because I'm used to, doing this type of stuff. So let me see. This is all I gotta go through. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing the screen. Let me just find this picture really quickly. I don't know. I don't want nothing to pop up on here while we're screen sharing. Give me 1 second, family. Go into the photo so we can get this thing going.
And out of curiosity, I want to hear from the audience, what business or art are y'all trying to integrate into NFTs? Just go ahead and list whatever it is you might want to integrate into NFTs. And keep in mind, NFTs can literally just be a way for you to more easily accept cryptocurrency payments. Music, vending machines, sports betting, that's right, writing, art, edibles. Letitia, edibles would be cool. I've seen only a few people go that route. Music production, more music, a book. Tawana, I'm selling right now a PDF book of my own on Rarible. And it's very straightforward for a lot of these lines of business. So it's great. Some more music, natural art we want to offer to artists, and you want to teach your son. Awesome. I hope your son is on this call with us, or at least be able to catch the replay. And Tawana, it's Rarible, and I'll type that in into the chat. Rarible is the website. It's just an NFT marketplace. There's others like OpenSea. You draw abstract art. Okay, awesome. Books. Yeah, all of these lines of business that y'all just mentioned can absolutely be integrated into NFTs. Absolutely.
I'm still looking for the picture, you guys. Give me 1 second. It must be way down in my archive.
Ashanti, the answer is yes, absolutely. Anything can be NFT, anything at all. All you need is some type of digital representation. Gemini, if you'd like, I can go over a brief demonstration on the creation process on Rarible while you find that.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I
awesome.
do need to find it. Yes, cool.
Yep. So yeah, I will give y'all a little bonus by running through Rarible with you. Okay, so here we are. This is Rarible.com. Okay, so you'll see on the homepage, lots of art-based stuff, lots of art-based stuff. But you can do anything. So let's click on My Items, for example, and let's take a look at what I have in my wallet. Second, just take a minute to load. Here we go. Okay, so we see my profile here. Now here's what I got as NFTs inside my wallet. Again, I got my Mona Lisa right here. This is my PDF, my ebook that I'm selling as an NFT. And I'm going to explain specifically this because it might help a lot of y'all wrap your minds around it. I have a Decentraland name. That was a free one from Xerion. That's just one I liked. I have my Web 3.0 domain. That's it. That's another ebook that I bought from somebody else. This is 19 Keys NFT and access to his course. So the way that he did this is he wanted to accept cryptocurrency for his course. And the easiest way to do that was to create an NFT. So he just created a digital representation. So that's just his logo for his course, for his info strategies. So he created this and turned that image into an NFT. And inside the unlockable content, That's where he said, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to follow up with me, send proof of purchase, and then I'll add you to the course. So let's take a look at my crypto audit checklist, for instance. So this right here, the actual checklist is a PDF, but you don't turn a PDF into an NFT because most platforms can allow that. You need some type of visual representation. So what I did was I looked up on Google 3D mockup of a magazine. And so I opened up my Photoshop and I added my cover, and then I added a little bit of the interior of my book. And then I had this image. So I had that that visual representation of the PDF. Then I came on to Rarible, I hit create, and we'll walk through this process in a moment. I hit create, and then I went through the process of minting it. And inside the unlockable content, I provide a link. So those people who purchase this NFT will be able to open it and go straight to the PDF version, which they can then download. So that's how I did it. So let's walk through the process very quickly. So I hit create.
I got this with you too.
Okay, awesome. As soon as I wrap this up, we'll hand it back over to you.
Yes.
So once you have signed into Rarible, so you need to create your MetaMask wallet, and you need to install it as a Google Chrome extension or in your Brave browser, if anyone's using that. You install it to your browser, and then you can create your Rarible profile. Now, once you do that, you have this create button that you can click on. Now you have the option to create one single copy, which is the true embodiment of a non-fungible token, an NFT, or you can create multiple copies, which is what I did. I created 100 copies of my crypto audit checklist as an NFT. So we'll walk through this process quickly. So once I click on multiple, I have the options here. I can upload a PNG, a GIF, a web page, an MP4, or even an MP3. Now keep in mind, the max file size is actually pretty small, 100 MB. But don't let that get into your head. Just keep it very simple and work with these guidelines that they give you. So I'm gonna click on choose file. And let's see. Let me see what this is. Okay, so this is something that I was just working on for a pro athlete, actually. So I have this digital trading card, right? So let's say I want to make this the NFT. Cool. So I have this. I have my visual representation. Now I can choose to either a fixed price or allow bids to be placed on it. Now keep in mind, you can mint. When I say mint, that just means go through the process of coding the image. And I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. But it's going through the process of coding the image and actually turning it into an NFT that is on the blockchain. So mint or create, they mean essentially the same thing when we're talking about publishing an NFT. So when I click on put on marketplace, that means it's going to be for sale. If I turn this off, then I will just be minting the NFT, but nobody will be able to buy it. But for now, I'll keep that as turned on so people can buy. But again, I can choose a fixed price or I can open it for bids. So for this example, I'll put 0.05 Ethereum. And by the way, you can change what type of cryptocurrency you want to accept. So you can come in here and you can change all these, choose from all these different options. Okay, so now we have the unlockable content. So unlock once purchased. This is going to be the key for just about everyone on this call. You need to take advantage of the unlockable content because that is where you're going to over deliver and provide that additional value to your audience. So when I turn this on, I'm going to get a little text box here. And in this text box, this is where I provide those instructions on how to access their additional value. For example, so let's say this football player, let's say he wanted to offer a breakfast with him in Atlanta, right? Let's say that's where he's from. So he wanted to offer a breakfast in Atlanta for the people who decided to buy this NFT. So in here, I would put to set up breakfast with the player, email NFT breakfast at johnson.com. That's just an example. So I would provide those follow-up instructions for them to go ahead and redeem whatever I promised them inside the NFT. So what would happen then is once someone purchases this, they would be able to see this unlockable content with instructions. And so then they would need to email that email with proof of their purchase. So take a little video recording or screenshot of this NFT inside of your wallet. You send it to that email, and then from there, an actual person will follow up and they can organize and orchestrate that meetup. So you need to be taking advantage of this. For myself, what I did was I just put jaredtwilliams.com/ and then I put my my link to PDF right there. And so now only the people who know what that URL is will have to purchase the NFT. And so that's how they can easily access that. So you get to be pretty creative with the unlockable content. You might want to include some type of digital code that people can use on your website to get a discount. So for example, if you were selling edibles on a website, right? What you could do is on your website, let's say it's on Shopify, for example, you can create discount codes, and you would create discount codes for 100% off. In order to get that discount code, someone would have to come to your Rarible. They would have to pay you here. Then they get that discount code. They go to your website, use the discount code to reduce the order down to 0 because they already paid in cryptocurrency here. And then you would go through your regular fulfillment process to make sure they get their order. So that you have to be creative with what you put inside the unlockable content, but ultimately you have the choice in how you want to add the value. Now you have here, you can create a collection that is going to cost you a little bit more. So I would say if it's your first time, keep it very simple and just go with the Rarible collection, which just put it in the broader ecosystem of the website. For the title, you can input whatever you like. For the description, talk about the NFT and talk about what's inside the unlockable content for people to take advantage of. Then for royalties, now this is really, really cool. This is what Gemini was talking about why it's so valuable for especially independent artists. Because what happens is you can set your royalty amount. Let's say I want 25%. So what this means is that once I sell this NFT, I'll get that full amount, whatever I charged initially. But when it's sold on the secondary market, when someone who bought it from me wants to turn around and sell it to someone else, then I'm going to get 25% of that sale. And that happens forever. Because when I hit this button, create, it's going to create and embed a smart contract into this image, which will turn it into an NFT. And what it's going to say is that every future sale that happens on this NFT, a percentage of that sale should go back to the original creator's wallet. So my wallet is linked to the website. So when someone else resells this in the future, I'm going to get 25% of whatever sale that is. That's why it's so powerful. And then right here for the number of copies, I can choose to put 5 or 100 or 500, whatever you'd like. But that's essentially the brief process. And it's actually fairly simple. You know, if you've ever made a listing on eBay, there's a lot of similarities between it. So you go through this simple process on Rarible. It's very similar on these other websites as well. But I just want to share that so y'all had a better understanding of how to create an NFT and how you can link it to your other products and services that you may offer. But now I'm going to pass it back over to Gemini to showcase how you can actually create in her style.
All righty, you guys. I'm back and I'm ready like never before. Sorry it took me so long to find this picture, y'all, but I got so many pictures in my phone. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's rewind it back. So this is the photo that I'm going to be editing today. So as y'all can see, this is my second NFT drop that I created called New Money, which is considered the new money matrix, you know, for the cryptocurrency market. So what I'm going to be doing is using PixArt to just tweak a little bit of the contrast in the picture so it can make it pop. So what I'm going to do is take this manual brush. I'm going to brush over the lips. I'm going to brush over the eyes. I'm going to brush over the eyebrows and the outline of my fro, along with the collar of the shirt, okay? So literally, that is all that I want to do here for right now. Let me see something real fast, because they have another option where you can use stickers. And since this is a still photo at the moment, I can go in and still apply stickers to my edits. So say if I wanted to do the Ethereum sign that I have in the middle of my forehead on the other picture, let's see if they even have it here. Oh, they put Ethereum. No, it's really Ethereum. Oh, they keep changing. Let me see. Okay, they're not giving me what I'm asking for, so I'm going to find the other app. Oh, now it is. Okay, they only giving me a limited selection. I don't like any of those. Okay, let me try the gold one here. So since you are paying Ethereum for this NFT, because it's on the Ethereum marketplace, I always just like to include it in all my pictures, right? So I want to make this pop too. Let me go back down, check mark, and I'm going to go to retouch. I'm going to slide and I'm going to go to details, right? And then I'm going to quickly do over that, like so, just to make that Ethereum pop. Go ask your brother to open it for you. Okay, now I'm going to save this image, right? And now I'm going to go hop back over to Vouchy. So I'm going to exit, click back update, and here is the photo. So let's edit this picture. Now, if you do photo and video, they have two different effects, filters, and adjustments here. I like these adjustments because they're pretty cool. And so it says select an item. So what I'm going to do is tap on the entire picture. And as you can see, it turns red. Pink is highlighted, right? So they have lines, look towards the bottom. They have lines, they have a glitch, they have linear shifts, they have essentials, album covers, blur, 3D. I'm just gonna go in and choose what I want to choose. And let me go to neon and let me see what they got here. So this is where I got the wave from. So I'm gonna now click apply effects, right? Pretty simple. This is literally making it that much more simple for you to just create your own NFT, right? So I'm going to let that play out until the end of the video clip, because this is all I wanted to use this app for. And now I'm going to rewind it back, and this is how it's going to display onto any other app that I have, right? So they do have more filters and stuff like that, but I think I'm okay with this one that I have already. So what I'm gonna do is save this. And now I'm gonna exit here. And I'm gonna go to a different app on my phone. Now I'm gonna go to XEFX Pro. This is a really cool app. So they have stickers, they have a magic sky, they have this dispersion, music beat, layout effects, camera effects, animated text, water effects, and filters. So what I'm going to do is I want to see the type of stickers that they have, right? So I know this app pretty well because I use it often and all the time. And so I like futuristic things of that nature, right? So I'm just going through some of the things that that can be added to the photo, just so you guys have an idea of how cool this app is. They have thunder and lightning. And what I do is, let me see, is this the one I use? And so I think this is the one I used. So I'm going to shrink this. I want this to be really futuristic. You know, I wanted to take the picture of my cartoon avatar and just make it futuristic, since that's what we're going into anyway. So now I'm gonna click play, and that's how it will show up there, right? Boom. They still have, you can still go in and add different features to this if you would like, but now I want to add a sky background. So they have really cool sky backgrounds as well. Everyone, it just depends on your level of creativity of how you know how you want your photo, your digital art to look. I like mine to have a cosmic type of feel. That's what I like for my pictures to emanate when my customers look at it and they listen to the song. So I'm going into emotions as well as tapping in and activating different chakras. So I like to use a lot of indigo colors, green, gold, things of that nature. But this is just me, and this is what I like to do. So the bottom picture is, if it's too much for you, you can go in and go back and forth here, and it'll give you what you want. So I think I like this one like that. Let me see if they got anything else. They got a lot of cool stuff here. Uh-oh, don't like that one. They have a lot of cool stuff. They got floating man in the back there, but let me go back to the one that I like the most. Was it this one? I think it might have been this one. Yeah, it was this one. So I'm going to keep my picture just like that.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep my picture just like that. And you can also make this picture 3D movable as well. Sometimes I like to do this, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how much is going on with the picture already. You know what I mean? So I'm just showing you guys those type of effects. And this is where you can go in and add your music. So say if I wanted to import my music, right? I think it was the New Money one. So we're going to import that. We're going to save, boom. Now we're going to add it here. And this is how you get a sample within the NFT of the music. Now let's see if I can edit that. Matter of fact, let me go to a different app before I add that dang on music. Let me just save this here. And now I'm going to go into a different app. I use a lot of apps, you guys, a lot of apps. So it just depends on which you want your art to be and what you want it to look like. So now I'm going to go into InShot, which is a video editing app as well. I'm going to hit video, new, and we're going to pull up the already designed NFT, right? So I'm going to go here. I'm going to mute the music because on here you can actually edit where you want the music to start playing. So I'm going to click on music, tracks, my music. I'm going to click on, this is the new music. This is my unedited version. This is the wrong version. I accidentally deleted the mixed and master version, but anyway, I'm going to go in and edit this. And this is how much I want them to hear. Okay. Like I said, this is the unmixed and master version, y'all, so don't kill me. So I'm gonna click OK. And that is how you get the music onto the video for your preview for your people. And on here, you can go to GIF, you can go to your stickers, and you can also add your whatever you want to add here. I'm gonna see if they have an all-seeing eye here. They usually have pretty cool things. Just depends on if it looks right to me or not, of where I'm going with it. Let me see if I can play around with this one.
This app is still ZFX, right?
What do you mean? Oh,
Oh,
no. This is, I'm now on InShot. So I'm on InShot right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rashad, she's on InShot.
I don't like that. So I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna go back to stickers, find something new. Because I don't like that.
That's all they got for me. I can't believe this. Okay, let me just do I and let's see what happens then. Lord. Or even sometimes I'll go to Instagram, and Instagram, you know how you can go to their GIFs as well. I use some of their GIFs as well too. So it's just about where you know where to go to get what you're looking for, if that makes sense to everyone, right? So let me see. I don't like it, no. Okay, I gotta figure something else out for this one. Let me see what kind of Ethereum they got over here. They got the same ones Instagram had too. What you get out of there?
Someone asked what the first app was.
The first app that we used was PixArt. That's the first one. That's where all I did was edit the eyes and the lips. You want a sandwich? Okay, give me a minute, okay? Mommy, make it. Huh? Oh, I know you don't see it. I said I'm gonna make it for you. Give me a second. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to filters. I'm gonna go to effects, and this is where you can have it zoom into your NFT different ways. Here you can make it shake what your mama gave you. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can make it twirl on a twirl too fast, slow it down. You can make it glitch if you want to. You can make it a mosaic piece, like how the punks look. One of the punk NFTs he showed you guys. You can use that as well. And it says unlock all features. That means you will have to pay for this extra feature. So if you guys want the extras, make sure you always subscribe, and they might have like a weekly payout or a monthly payout. It just depends on if that's what you want to do, right? So I think this is cool for me. So let me play it and see how that goes. What happened? Oh, they're not even gonna let me. I thought I was already damn subscribed, child. What's going on? Hold on. Let me do this. I think let me do this again. I'm just subscribing so I can get that edit real fast, because I use this app a lot anyway. Okay. So that's pretty cool for me. Right? So I'm gonna click OK. And this is the NFT that they will be purchasing. Right? And that's really it. You save it. And then you just make it do what it do. So that is all for my demonstration as far as how I create my own, let me stop sharing, Phil. How I make my own NFTs. I literally just go in and freestyle. You know how people freelance. I used to be a makeup artist. So like I said, I have a lot of artsy background. So that's just what I do. That's my style. I feel like everybody's gonna, they're gonna have their own style of what somebody's gonna recognize you as. Just like the people who made the little monkeys in the NFT space, they're known for the way that they make the monkeys, right? Me, I want to be recognized and known for making my regular photography into an NFT musical, NFT for the people to be able to get the incentive unlockable purchases. So I hope you guys got a lot out of that. Okay. Make sure if you don't remember the apps that I was using, you can always DM me and ask me.
Okay. Awesome. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That was really, really good. And it really simplifies this whole process. Yes. It does. So we appreciate you sharing that. I do want to offer some people an opportunity to go another route, because maybe you feel like you're not necessarily artistically inclined. You don't really want to go through all those apps. There's other options too, because you don't have to actually be the designer of your NFTs. You absolutely do not. You can go on a website like Fiverr, where there's a whole bunch of freelancers, and you can simply find somebody who does graphic design or photo editing, and you can look at their portfolio to see what they're doing, and then you can hire them to create you that graphic, and then you can take that and go to a platform like OpenSea or Rarible, and you can turn that into an NFT. It's as simple as that. So Fiverr is one way. Now, maybe some of y'all have seen some of the graphics that I have been putting out. So right here, we have that trading card. And right there, we have a photo edited of myself. And it's kind of got a futuristic feel to it. And I have quite a few of those. So I have a company, Nua Industries, and you can go to nuaindustries.com if you'd like to see what else we can do. But we help graphics and edit photos specifically to help them turn into NFTs. So that's kind of our approach. But even if you're not looking to do that, we can still help you out. So make sure to go to nuaindustries.com to see what options you may have if you want to get some of these graphics that you see created. So now it's time to talk more about the marketing aspect of your NFT launch, because creating it, getting the graphics designed, and then turning it into an NFT, going through that creation process I walked y'all through, that's the easy part. Now you have to make sure that you have longevity of value within your NFT so that people will actually want to buy it and participate and trade in that community. So I want to cover a few projects that have done this really, really well, that have had successful launches. Excuse me. What you'll notice that the best NFT launches have a project around them. They're project and community oriented. And what this means is that as a project, you're not just dropping one single NFT. For example, when I released my crypto audit checklist, it wasn't a project necessarily. It was just a single NFT. But what these projects on the screen have done really well is that they created an entire catalogs of NFTs with varying levels of rarity, scarcity, and different values. So let's take a look. We have the Mona Lisa right here. Again, there are 5,000 of them. Every single one is different, and every single one has a different ranking of how rare they are. So they created this entire catalog for people to choose from. They have some experience, or they have the opportunity to kind of go shopping for which one they like the most. And as people start liking one more than the others, then that one starts gaining more and more value. People start bidding more and more. VFriends is great, great, great. So if y'all don't know Gary V, make sure y'all look him up and look up his project VFriends after this. So what he did is he created a whole bunch of characters, right? And he would just start drawing. Over the last few months, he just started drawing a bunch of cartoon characters that he liked. And then he would give them alliteration names. So it would be like kind of like Pepper the Pig, right? So he created these very friendly characters and he turned them all into NFTs, into little cards. And so what he did was these different characters would come with different levels of access. For example, one NFT that someone buys might be able to get them a courtside seat with Gary V at a basketball game. Another one might entitle them to get a monthly care package. So whoever is holding that NFT that particular month gets to get a care package of some type of gift or food from Gary V himself. So we also have Bored Ape Yacht Club. This one's kind of been in the media a little bit. And basically they just have these graphic design of apes wearing all types of different hats and gears and outfits. And it was just really cool for people to experience and see all these variances between them. This is very much like trading cards. Then we have Gronk, a football player, with his NFT. By the way, something that you'll notice, because someone asked something about copyrights in the chat earlier, you still need to be considerate and follow copyright law. So you can't be stealing other people's content. And make no mistake, people are out there right now stealing content. They'll take like a meme and they'll try to mint it and turn it into an NFT to sell. But you can't do that. And if people get mad, if people find out the original creator, they can come after you. There's just a frog meme. I think the news just hit today or yesterday. There was a frog meme. There was a whole project created around it, thousands of these, and people had invested collectively over $4 million into this whole project because there's all these different variances of this meme. and people got really excited about this community, but the creator came after them and got that taken down. They got the whole project removed because they wanted copyright law. So what you'll notice as professional athletes go this route of creating their own NFTs, sometimes cards, trading cards like this, what you'll notice here is that there's no branding. You don't see any logos here. There's no NFL logo, there's no Jersey logo, there's no Patriots logo. So you make sure that if you're using stuff that's copyrighted, you remove those logos because you want to play it safe. I would even suggest if it's a certain brand that you want to include in your NFT, you might want to even change the colors. Now, you don't have to change the color drastically, but for example, Gronk's wearing the Patriots gear. I don't know this for sure, but he might have changed the blue of the jersey a little bit because brands have particular colors, like you have exact colors that have color codes with them. So you might want to just play it safe and change the code, change the color just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be major. We just make sure it's unique so it's not copying any particular brand and it's not going to make anyone mad. Then we have CryptoPunks, of course, which they have all these different varying punks that you can buy and sell. And so when you create this project with a bunch of these different options to choose from, it makes people more excited about it because they can tell that a lot more energy and time went into it rather than just launching a single NFT, right? Another thing that all of these projects have in common is they built a community around them. Gemini's doing an excellent job of this because she has her own private Discord for people to talk about NFTs and cryptocurrency in this entire world so that they can stay educated and continue to learn and grow together. So all these projects have their own Discord groups where people can come and they can talk about, hey, I like this one because of X, Y, and Z. I'm trying to buy this one. Who has it? And they can talk amongst themselves and they can facilitate trade and convey the value that they all see in this project. And so that's a way to have that longevity of value, because without that community, it's going to be a lot harder to get the word out and to sustain sustain interest in your particular project. So make sure that you create a project around whatever it is. And you don't have to come up with thousands of different iterations of your NFT. It can just be a handful, it can be two, it can be three, but just make sure it's a cohesive project that makes sense and you build a community around it for people to engage in. Another thing that you have to consider in all of your marketing for NFTs is you have to make sure that the space of NFT is actually relevant to you and your audience. And here's what I'll say. Make sure we're not drawing on the screen. I know it be happening all the time by accident. I don't even know how to get rid of it. So we just gonna leave it. But anyway, here's what happens a lot of times is people are launching these NFT projects, right? There will be, whether it be an athlete or some type of content creator, and they'll say, boom, out of the blue, hey guys, I have it. Go buy it. And their audience is sitting back thinking, what the hell does an NFT have to do with you brands? You've never talked about anything like cryptocurrency, blockchain. This is just out of the blue for you. And so a lot of people see that as being disingenuous, not being authentic, because they see this trend happening, NFTs, and they might think that their favorite creator is just trying to take advantage of this trend. They're not being real to themselves, or they're not real to their audience. The reality is, I think NFTs are relevant for everybody. You just have to convey that. You have to explain that to your audience. Something that Gary Vee did very, very well. He explained why NFTs are the perfect thing for him and his brand. And what he did, which was genius, was he went back and looked at all his videos in the past, because he's been making content for over a decade. He went back to videos that he's spoken about intellectual property, about digital assets. He took these videos from the past and he created a little promo video explaining why NFTs are like the culmination of all that he's done in the past decade in his work. So when he did that, he perfectly articulated to his audience why NFTs matter to him and why they're relevant to his audience. So he was letting them know that he's just not trying to capitalize off of this trend. He's being serious about this. So y'all need to make sure that you are in a position to be serious about this and actually make sure it's relevant to you and your audience. Another thing that you'll have to do is that you are going to bear the responsibility of educating your audience. That might take you some time. You might have to get more educated about it, but you have to be able to guide your audience through the entire process of buying an NFT, of selling an NFT. So one thing that I recommend to all of you is go out and buy an NFT for yourself. They don't have to be crazy expensive. You can go buy one for 10, 15 bucks, 10, 15 bucks worth of Ethereum. And I recommend you do that just so that you have experience setting up your wallet and then going through these different platforms of buying it, so that once you start accepting cryptocurrency by selling NFTs for your products or services, you have a better understanding of the customer journey that they're going to go through. You have a better understanding of what questions they may ask. And so you can better act in a way that's going to benefit them and simplify the whole process for them. So you should be creating some content about why NFTs matter to you, why they matter to your audience, how you can actually engage in the world of NFTs, how you can buy and sell them. So you make sure that you go through that process of educating your audience, okay? That's one route that you could take, because you have to ask yourself, is your current audience people who have no clue what NFTs are, or do they already know about it? Because if they don't know about it, then absolutely you're going to have to educate them. Another route that you could take is you could just market to people who already do know. But that's going to be a little bit harder, because then you have to go outside of your current core customers, and you have to go and find all these other ones. So I recommend focusing in on the people who you already have and just walking them through the process of buying and selling NFTs, just so that they are more familiar with it. And make sure you don't scare them. Like, walk them through this very easily, because it can be a scary space to get into.
That is very true.
Yes. Here's a strategy for y'all. Now, this one is really, really cool. So I wanted to give you this because I want you to have a way to leverage some high profile people, right? And this is a strategy that you can use to attach your NFT launch with celebrities. So there's a website called Cameo where you can pay celebrities, big name celebrities, I'm talking A-listers, you can pay them to create a custom video directed towards you. What a lot of people have been using this for is they'll do it for their friend who has a birthday coming up. You know, their friend's favorite actor, maybe from The Office. So they go on this website, Cameo. They find this one of the actors from The Office, and they get them to create a custom video for their friend. Very friendly, but we, as entrepreneurs, we can use this to leverage a celebrity status in our marketing. So for NFTs, once you've created your NFT and you are ready to launch, I recommend before you launch, so you have the video already prepared. You can go on this website, you can find a celebrity that you want, and you can request that they shout out your NFT project. You know, you give them the name and everything, and then they'll create you this video, they'll send it over to you, and boom, you can now use that for marketing. That's a very powerful way that you can leverage a celebrity status for your NFT project. So make sure to take a screenshot of this, take a picture, and write this website down so you can go there and check out what type of prices they're charging.
Non-fungible token. Feel personally that I got my money's worth. Like, you gave me a whole lot that I can really mull over and stuff, bro. I really appreciate you know what I'm saying, putting yourself out there like that. So people, holla at the man. For real. I knew NFTs was non-fungible token, but I really didn't understand like how to navigate and how to work it, how to link my website, I didn't know how I would be able to integrate my fitness business with NFTs and as well as my glasses company and my clothing line. So now that you told me, it makes sense.
So those were two brief reviews from one-on-one consultations that I had with these gentlemen. So while this class can give you a very good oversight of what NFTs are and how you can begin thinking about integrating them into your business, I will actually sit down with you one-on-one, and we will dive into your specific business needs and the recommended strategy that I have for integrating your business into cryptocurrency and NFTs. If you are interested in setting up a call with me, rossinsights.com is going to be the place to go. And with that, I want to pass it back over to Gemini to talk about her upcoming NFT launch.
So you guys, as I told you earlier in the call, I am releasing my new NFT called Cosmic Ascension tomorrow on Rarible. So if you guys do not have a Rarible and you guys just seen that Jared went over how to navigate through Rarible, but if you're still a little bit confused, and especially for my Discord members, make sure you just tap in with me so I can walk you through the process of how to purchase it tomorrow at 4:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? So I'm on the West Coast, so it may be a little bit later for you guys, right? Also, with that NFT, you will be getting my song, and you will be getting the basic NFT that you guys just seen Jared post on the last slide. And this one I'm selling for a very discounted price. It is going to be about 15, 10, maybe $5 in that range, just depending on where Ethereum is, because it's always fluctuating here and there right now. So make sure you take advantage of this, because I'm going to have 30 minutes available, okay? So make sure you get that. The song is dope. If you have not heard that song, make sure you tap in with my Instagram at The Real Artist Gemini, so you can hear a snippet of that song called Cosmic Ascension. Also, Jared mentioned earlier that I do have an NFT Discord. It is a private Discord. I want to keep my Discord very small right now so I can team build with the people that's already in here with me. I do have about 10 or 15 slots available for those that are actually creators or who actually want to learn more about the NFT space. So I have different channels in the Discord. I have my cryptocurrency wallet setup channel. I have the basic information channel. I have the video resources channel. I have share your knowledge, instructions, DeFi, domain names, metaverse, digital land, you name it. So all of this information is inside of that Discord, okay? So if you would like to join this Discord, for access, it will be 0.08 Ethereum donation or $20 Cash App to Gemini's faces that's on the screen right now. So make sure that you tap in with me, you guys. Appreciate you for tuning in as well.
All right. So that brings us to the end of this presentation. I'd like to thank everybody who showed up, who helped promote and share us out. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. Jared T. Ross for myself, and The Real Artist Gemini for Gemini. Those are our Instagrams. Make sure y'all follow us there, because we're going to continue to come out with this content. And Gemini is giving y'all a lot of game on her Instagram, for real. Now, before we close, I do want to take a look at the chat to see if we have any questions. We only have a few minutes left, but if there are questions, I do want to invite y'all to start asking them in the chat. I'm going to start reading through them to see what I missed. So if I started a campaign with Garbage Pail Kids card collection, I could get shut down. Absolutely. You definitely could get shut down.
Yes, there will be a recording of this session as well.
Yep, y'all. And I'll make an announcement. We'll probably both make an announcement on our Instagrams when that recording is available for everybody. What is Gemini's IG name? It is at The Real Artist Gemini. And at Jared T. Ross for myself. And by the way, y'all, I want to know what y'all thought of this class. So I just posted a photo a few minutes ago, and it's slides from this class. If y'all could go on my Instagram and just comment your thoughts about what you thought about this class, if you learned anything, if you thought it was valuable, please, please, please go over to my Instagram right now. Again, it's Jared T. Ross. Just that, just my name. Go over there on my most recent post. Just comment your thoughts on this class. It would mean a whole lot to me, and then make sure that we can do a better job in future presentations to make sure y'all are taken care of and get the best information.
Yes, absolutely. And
And
I'm sorry, Jerry. Any Discord members that are in this chat right now, if you could also, tap in with my Instagram and also share
what you have gained between me and Jared, I would appreciate that as well.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I see Shannon, you asked who made the content for this Zoom. That would be myself. I created this presentation for us. Yeah. All right, if we do not have any more questions, we are going to wrap this up. We'll make sure we get this recording to y'all in the coming days. But again, thank you everybody for showing up. You should bring people on for video testimonials. Sincere love. That's a good point.
We should.
That's a good point. Does anybody want to come up for a video testimonial? Y'all can raise your hand or y'all can put in the chat that you would like to come up.
Yeah, that would be awesome if anybody's willing to do that.
If y'all want to come on camera and share a quick testimonial on something that you learned. Letitia, you'd like to come on? Okay, you're welcome to come on up.
Let's bring it up.
Peace, everyone. How you guys doing?
Excellent, excellent.
Awesome. So I learned a couple of gems today. So I have the edibles company and vending machine. So what I'm going to do now is set up my consultation with my clients and use the unlock portion to now tap into things like they can see me actually setting up my vending machines and loading or troubleshooting. So that was a major takeaway and gem for me. Then also on the edibles end, by having that discount code in there on my website, I can have them go on to get my NFT, use that discount portion and apply it on my website. So I appreciate those two gems today. Thank you for that.
Yes, yes. I also have vending machines. So that is a dope idea. I love
that. Yeah, to walk through and just kind of do it. I was thinking of doing something like a time lapse so they can always keep and go back to on how to change out the cash reader or just installation. So that was pretty cool. So thank you both for your time today and the knowledge. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate you for coming on.
Most definitely. Gratitude.
Anybody else for a video testimonial real quick? Okay, looks like we don't got none. Thank you, Letitia, for coming on and sharing that, and good idea, sincere love. But I see that you are driving right now, so that you can't really do that. All right, y'all. So y'all have a good rest of your day. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you, you guys. Peace.